we got it up there.
Good?
Waiting for them to finish.
Yeah. You guys good?
They're good. Derek, obviously you started your career with DA. Now you kind of get the second part of your career with DA. What's the difference between that Derek Carr and this Derek Carr?
Well, I'm not a rookie. We're always learning, but I was learning a whole lot then, and had no idea what I was getting myself into, all those kind of things that all rookies deal with. But I just feel like I'm more now the quarterback I wanted to be for him then, and hopefully, I could be, successful and help him have more success. That's ultimately what I want to do, is just see him succeed. And I believe in him so much, and it's a big reason why I came.
Along those lines, just how do you feel like you've evolved from, obviously we know the situation with the Raiders and leaving there, and now you've had a full training camp. Just how are you feeling heading into the season with the Saints, and maybe your confidence level in yourself?
Yeah, I feel very confident. That is one thing about me. I will never lose confidence whether it goes really great or doesn't go so great. I always believe in myself and believe what I can do, but we've put a lot of work in since phase 1 in April and all the way through until now, and I'm very confident, but that doesn't always equal wins. I just want to go out there, compete, play good football, play the type of football I know that I'm capable of, the type of football I've been playing all off season, through training camp and the preseason, and hopefully be able to continue that in the regular season. But it's going to be tough because we got a good matchup this week.
Derek, you had one series in the preseason, one successful series in the preseason. Is that enough to, have that confidence to go into a season opener with the live bullets, even though you haven't had as much work in the preseason with this offense?
If that was the only work that I had, I would say no, it's not enough. But with the joint practices, going against our defense and the way that we practice, in a normal scenario, the intensity in which we practice and compete against each other. I mean, you guys see it sometimes. It's different, than what I've been used to. So it felt like live bullets every day. Guys getting close and bumping into you while you're making throws and all that kind of stuff. And will there be bumps? Maybe. There's always week 1. You'll go to week 2 and be like, oh, I can't believe what am I doing? There's always those kind of things. But hopefully not that much. Playing in the preseason was a first for me for a while. So just being able to get to do that was really exciting for me, 1, and 2, just kind of get that first wave of playing live football out of the way, and then now hitting the real thing this week.
I think this is the third year they've had a 17 regular season schedule. So how much more impactful has that shortened preseason with the training with other teams across practices, and how much more impactful has that been, the joint practices?
I love joint practices because you get game-like looks. Teams are more willing to show certain things. Different blitzes, all that kind of stuff. You get multiple coverages. They kind of scheme you up a little bit. Whereas in the preseason, you're just running your basic stuff. You're not showing anything. You're just really seeing who can rush, who can cover, who can block, who can catch, who can throw. It's very, very pretty simple. And the game isn't easy, but I would say that preseason they just don't want to show as much, right? Whereas for me as a veteran, I like it. Now, if I'm a young player trying to make a team, you don't get as many reps in those practices. You would want 7 preseason games, to show what you can do and get better. So there's always what's better, and I'll leave that up to people smarter than me to figure out, and I'll just show up and just keep doing my job.
And there are a lot of veterans on this team, but
yeah.
You're part of a new group of it. You all are trying to mesh together. To what degree do you think this team is, or the offense rather, is where you'd like it to be heading into week 1?
Yeah, I would say we'll see. We have to go do it in the games. I like how we practice. I like the level of execution, the demand from everybody, the sense of urgency that everybody has. There's no pulling teeth here. Everybody's on it. Mickey and DA wouldn't allow it. And so they bring guys in here that love to work. They're here early. When I get here early, I'm pulling up the same time, and there's a wave of us pulling up, and I was like, this is what it should be. And there's a lot of work and studying that needs to be done. When I go home here in a little bit, the work doesn't stop, and the same thing for our guys. So I like where we're at in that aspect. Now we got to go play the football games when it really matters. And so, but as a team, I feel like we're close, real united. Same purpose, same mindset. Everybody on the same page, got each other's back, all those good things that you want to see going into a football season.
Foster told us a story just now that it helped him, I guess, when he was a rookie, that you told him, like, they don't put, like, review viewers on spaceships. Like, I guess, going into orbit and we're not looking back. Is that still kind of your mindset and kind of maybe the genesis of that? Like, how you gave it to him and why you think that way?
I would take everything Foster says with a grain of salt. And but he never lies. The imagery just may be a little different. He's a better storyteller than I am. But I try my best with the young guys. I say I'm 32. I'm the old guy, right? In a locker room full of young guys, I've always tried my best to tell them we never look back. Whatever happened, we move on. We keep playing. Whether it was good, whether it's bad, you correct it. You work hard, you do all the things right that they're asking you to do and then some, and you just keep going. And Foster's one of those guys that I love from the beginning. He didn't say much his rookie year. He came in and just worked his butt off, and he's a guy now that rookies could learn a lot from. That he can be like, look, this is how I did it, this is how I've made a career for myself. And he's one heck of a player, and I can't wait to watch him play this year here.
September is always, NFL's cruel to teams that don't start well in September. I know you're aware of that. Is that, you think this month is critical as far as what you guys are trying to get established here?
Everyone wants to start fast. There's no doubt about that. For me, myself included, I want to start fast. Come out the gates hot. Everybody's preaching that. Everybody wants to do that. The fact is that this week, half the teams are going to win, half the teams are going to lose. And does that mean the season's over? Absolutely not. I've had a coach fired. Mid-season, and we still made the playoffs. That was right after September. And they told us that it had never been done before. Well, we were that team that went and made the playoffs. We're the only ones to do it. And so I think I've been through too much to say that if this happens or that happens, it's over or it's great. I'm going to show up and give my best every day, and I know this team will too. And hopefully we start fast, but you want to finish even better.
So how eager are you to just get this thing going?
Yeah, I'm just ready to play. I was talking to the guys today. We had a bonus Monday. Here's another Wednesday practice. All these things, and it's week one, and it finally feels like this is what all the work was for. You can feel like a sense of urgency, but you can feel a sense of peace too. That it's that calmness before it really gets going. That we know the level of expectation we have for each other. We know the level of expectation we have personally. And you can feel that in every guy when you walk through. Everyone's confident, but there is that urgency that everyone's coming to work with. And it's exciting because you can feel like everyone's ready to just cut it loose and let it go.
How different is it not having Alvin around? And how do you sort of make up for not having a guy like that?
Well, you can never just replace Alvin. AK he's become one of my favorite football players, become one of my favorite teammates. He's unbelievably brilliant football mind. He sees the game so well. Again, you guys see the physical attributes, but just the character and the teammate, just love him, right? And it sucks that we can't be around and talk with him right now and all those kind of things, but football is the ultimate next man up. It's a team game. Alvin be the first one to tell you it's a team game. So if I wasn't here, if he's not here tomorrow, anybody, the Saints are still going to continue to go on. Charles Woodson always told me, when he left the Raiders are still going to continue to play football, and that's the same mindset that I've always had, that no matter what, and the message was, no matter what, you just got to keep going and go try and win no matter the situation, because at the end of the day, nobody cares. And so, we love Alvin. We care about him as a brother. He's our teammate. He's our friend. He's our family. But right now, he won't be there, so we got to go play football and look forward to winning. Hopefully get a couple wins, and then he can come back.
What's your impressions of Jamal?
Love Jamal. Again, great teammate. I'm sure you guys enjoy him. He's a very entertaining guy, but when he puts the helmet on and walks between those lines, you can tell he's all business. And you appreciate that as a teammate for sure.
So your opposite number in this game, Tannehill had changed teams.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to have been very beneficial for him.
Yeah.
And in that vein, did you get a chance to talk to anybody like him about what to expect in a new team, what the benefits can be of change of scenery?
Yeah, I've talked to a few guys, and just personally and just to keep their personal stories, I won't say their names, but yeah, I mean, I talked to some guys about, you know, you fall in love with one place, you give them all that you have for almost a decade, you know, and now all of a sudden it's gone, and you got to go. You know, do you want to go do it somewhere else? You know, your heart is so much there, you know, and you're torn, and those emotions. So yeah, I had people I talked to about that for sure, and how they dealt with it, how they, you know, did certain things, and you know, at the end of the day, I'm here, and so you could tell what those people talked about, and you know, the advice that was given, and you know, I thought it was wise counsel. You know, I wasn't trying to make a decision all by myself. I sought out people I know had been through that situation, because it was the first time for me, and so. I'm just excited, man, you know, to start over. You know, everything I do is the first time here, so I'm just trying to, you know, not trying to prove anybody any wrong. I'm just trying to prove Mickey, DA, Pete, my teammates right, you know, that, you know, this city of New Orleans, trying to prove them right, you know, that this was a good decision, and I look forward to doing that hopefully all season.
Derek, unlike the Saints, you played this team early last year, the Titans.
Yeah.
What challenges does their defense present?
Well, Coach Vrabel is an amazing coach, and you know they're going to be physical. You know they're going to be ready to play, and that's one thing you know for sure. Coming out of training camp, you know, the program he runs, the kind of mindset that he has, they're going to come in and, you know, they're going to want to be physical. You know, they're going to want to dominate physically the football game, because you still got to run, you still got to block, you still got to tackle. You know, and you know, we like the fantasy numbers and all those things, but you know, you got to do the fundamentals right, and I know he's coaching that. And you know, and I've gotten to know him over the past couple of years. He's a great man, great leader. I love him. I really do. Not this week, you know, but I do. I love him. I respect him, and he'll have that team ready. And besides that, the talent that they have, they're a physical bunch. You know, I know a lot of those guys on that team. They have some of the best players at their positions in the whole NFL. And we have our work cut out for us. There's no doubt about it. You know, you're not just going to play the Tennessee Titans, walk in there and just get a win. That's not going to happen. They're going to show up, and they're going to be ready to play, so you better bring it. And hopefully we'll do that.
Derek, you played sorry to bring this up, played in the Dome last year.
A couple times. I played a couple times.
Yeah. I mean, what's that environment like for an opponent, and what can it mean for you all now that you have that potential advantage?
Yeah. I'm like I tell everybody. I said I'm glad that they're not going to be yelling at me this time. You know, hopefully not. You know, it'll be nice to be on the home side of things, because you know, in the away environment is very hostile. You know, especially, you know, the Saints been known for, you know, scoring touchdowns, playing great defense, all that, and the crowd, the city gets behind it, and you can feel the energy in the stadium, and that's a tough thing to come back from. And you know, played here once, and we had a good game, we won. Played here another time, we couldn't move the ball 2 yards, you know, and I've seen both sides of it. Didn't matter. Both moments were very hostile, both, you know, all the way until the very end, and I'm very excited to see that atmosphere, but on the right side this time.
What would it mean to you to be a captain? You go to.
Yeah, that means everything, because the way that we do captain things here it's different. You know, they hold it with such prestige. They talk about it a lot. We talk about it a lot, and it was really cool to see, you know, the captain's dinner with the team and the administration, the staff, and you know what it means to be a captain here. You know, there's going to be a lot of captains, and everyone voted by their teammates. It's awesome, but we talk a lot about what it means to be a captain here, and it means the world to me to come into a place where, you know, quite frankly, you know, you leave a place where they didn't want you anymore. And you step into a place where, hey, we want you, not only we want you as our captain. You know, what that meant to me meant everything. I told those guys that, you know, I don't say much. When I do, I'm passionate. But I told them in that moment how much it meant to me to feel that respect. Because all I wanted to do since I got here, I told you, I just wanted to earn the respect of my teammates. Because it's new, everything was new for me. They kind of know me, but they didn't really know me. And so what that meant to me, it meant a lot to me personally, but I just want to take that and prove them right for making that choice.
Was it important to you to get a couple weeks with Rashid after you missed that time in training camp, just to kind of get that timing on track before the season starts?
Yeah, absolutely, because he's really fast. So absolutely. I mean, to have, you want all your weapons, you want to get all the timing with them all the time. So I'm glad that we were able to have some time to be able to do that, and we still got a couple more days, because the work's never done.
Thanks.
Good. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.